I'm doing the Everyday Sexism, and I wanted to use this piece as a informational piece and to be able to show people the story behind some of this. And I also want to incorporate my own experience with this as well with sexism. Starting with the visual personality, I wanted to stick with the theme of being really simplistic. So here is a setting of a pharmacy kind of scene, and there's a conversation between a male and a female. And I really liked the background of this setting because it's very simple, and but yet you can tell what the objects exactly are. Like there's a clock and there's a diagram. I really liked this whole structure, and I kind of want to stick with this. Going further, I looked at another picture, and it was basically the same idea as a small setting, and there was a focal point of a person in the main view. And between the pharmacy and this picture, I wanted to tie it all together with a bakery case instead of a pharmacy shelf. So this is something that I would incorporate later on. Going more to the character designs, I was thinking more about this one particular because it seems not easier, but it's very simple and it's more shaped based, whereas the other one was somewhat of more of a sharper edges, and I thought this one would work out way better. And I really like the background of this as well because just like the pharmacy case, this has a simple background and you can tell what is what. Like there's canisters and there's jars. So this is something I would like to incorporate later on. And then as the design, well, as the whole theme of being really simple, I really liked this image because of the way that some of the craftsmanship was in this. You can tell clearly that there's a cookie, there's a coffee cup, there is a milk carton, and there's the two other items that I think that are really well distinctive. And using the bakery case for my main show part of this video, I think I would be able to use simple bakery items that would be included normally in it, which would be like donuts and danishes, anything bakery pastry you could think about. So I think using this style would be really easy and classic, and I would be able to really focus in on all the details. Going into the visual message, I really want to use the data part of the original person's analog because she brings out a lot of good points about the percentages of the House of Lords, and this is something that I think needs to be brought up. And I think I can do that in an interesting visual way. I think I saw this one pie chart that is a motion piece, and I would like to incorporate this somehow into a donut so that during the whole video, when there's zoom ups on different points of that the speaker makes, then I would like to be able to show this through a diagram, such as a pie chart. Another good point that I thought about was a table chart, and I thought that this was done really in a cool way because there was an image behind it and it's more of a video image, and I never really thought about that before, and I think this would be really cool to incorporate because during the analog there's talking about newspapers, web magazines, and I think this would be a really cool, interesting way to put in any different outside sources into a background picture, but as well as making it a video. Um, Later on, using the visual goals, I think that in my whole theme of being very simplistic, I want to be able to convey something that is well worthy of talking about. And I think going along with some of the simplest touches, just like this one t-shirt that has the smallest writing on the sides that come up after the picture on the shirt shows up, I think that's really cool. Or the smallest motion that this deer makes in this logo, I think it's something that I could really take away from it and use it in the conversation between two people at the bakery case, just like what was pictured in the pharmacy picture. And I think, as well as this one here that shows emotion and interaction between the instruments with the people shown. And I really do like the color theme of it. And I think this would be beneficial. And that's it.